नमामि शारदां देवी वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीं नमस्कारकरस्तु मे प्रसन्नास्तु सदा. Students, chapter 6, we are going to start with part 5. In this case, we are going to continue with practice set 1.3. This is the first question of practice set 1. A is a set of A, B, C, D, E. B is a set of C, D, E. C is the set of D and E, and D is a set of A and E. Then they asked them which of the following statements are true and which are false. But for this, you must know the concept of subset. So I will request you to stop this video, pause this video and see the concept of subset. Then only this you will be able to enjoy this. Once you just see, revise it and then you continue with it. Okay? Now, solution. One, this will be the question in your textbook or your question paper. The better way, form information given above. From information given, A is a set of A, B, C, D and E. And it is B is a set of C, D and E. C is a set of B and D, and D is a set of A and E. This is the information given in your question. Okay? So we'll see the first question. What they have given you? C. C are what? B and D is there. Okay? And B is what? C is there, D is there and E is there. Okay? So we can do it in that way. Okay. C is a set of, what is that? B and D. And B is a set of C, D and E. So all elements of set C are not there in what? B. Right? It is. So all elements of set C are not in set B. Therefore, C is not a subset of B. Therefore, C is a subset of B is false. Is the answer for first question. Have you understood how to do it? See once again. You have take the information. C. C is this. B and D. And B. B is C, D and E. But B and D both should be there in this set B. But all elements of C are not there in set B. Therefore, C is not subset of. Not set of, but they have given this is there is a false statement. Have you understood this now? We'll go for the second question. In second question, they have given A. A will write. A is a set of what? A, B, C, D and E. And it is. And B is a set of D, sorry. D is a set of A and E. So they have asked that A is a subset of D. So all these elements are not in this. So all elements of set A are not present in set D. Therefore, A is not a subset of D. Therefore, A is a subset of D is false. Have you understood this? Got it? We got the answer for 2. What is that? This and this is a false statement. This is also a false statement. So do one thing, students. You copy down this and I'll continue with it. Now, third question. D, we have to check that this statement is true or false. So D is a set of what? A and E, and B is a set of C, D and E. Again, the same thing is there. All elements of set D are not present in set B. Therefore, set D is not a subset of set B. Therefore, D is a subset of B is false. Got it now? Now, come to the question number 4. Again, D is there. D is a set of what? A and E, right? It is. And A is a set of A, B, C, D and E. Now just check. All elements of D are there in what? A. So what I can write then? All elements of set D are present in set A. Therefore, set D is subset of set A. Therefore, I can write then D is a subset of A is true. Got it now? Just to check that D में कितने elements है? A में. If D, all the elements of D should be there in A. Therefore, it is a true statement. Just copy down this. Now I will check that B is a subset of A or not. So B is a set of C, D and E, and A is a set of A, B, C, D and E. Therefore, C is there, D is there, E is there. I mean, what I can write? All elements of set B are present in set A. Therefore, set B is subset of set A. Therefore, B is a subset of A is true. That you have to put in a box. And now last question. C is a set of B and D. Is it right? Again, A is a set of A, B, C, D and E. Just see, if you see it properly, you come to know that what? All elements of set C are present in set A. Therefore, set C is subset of set A. So what I can say then? C is a subset of E is, this statement is true. Okay? I think you have understood this if you know the concept of subset. Covered on this properly. This is the second question given in textbook. Take a set of natural number from 1 to 20 as a universal set. They are asked to take natural number, so that is that 1 to 20 as a natural number, and then they asked to show that x is what? X is a set of all x which belongs to natural number, and 7 is less than x is less than 15, and y is a set of all y such that y belongs to natural number, y is a prime number from 1 to 20. This is the question. Is it right? Now solution. They are asked to take the natural number, set of natural number from 1 to 20 as a universal set. So I'll take a U as a universal set. Okay, and that you are going to take from 1 to 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, correct? 10, 20, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Then you have to close the bracket. Is it right? This is there. Then x is there. X is a set of all x such that x belongs to natural number, and 7 is less than x is less than 15. For this, we are going to represent a set in roster form. रोस्टर फॉर्म में आप लिस्टिंग मेथड से हम लोग कर रहे हैं. In that listing method, x is a set of all x is belong to natural number. Natural number क्या होते हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that natural number should be more than 7. Means I am allowed to take 8, 9, correct? 10. You see, consider over here. 9, 10, then 11, 12, 13, and 14. You have to stop because it's less than 15. Have you understood this now? Now, they have given one more thing. What is that? Y is a set of all y, and y belongs to natural number. Y is a prime number from 1 to 20. Is it right? So, set in roster form, Y is a set of, just tell me, which are the prime numbers from 1 to 20? 1 is not a prime or composite that we know. 2 is the only even prime number. Then 3 is a number which is prime number. Then 4 is not a prime number. 5 is a prime number. 6 is not a prime number. 7 is a prime number. 8 is not a prime number. 9 is not a prime number. 10 is not a prime number. 11 is a prime number. 12 is not a prime number. 13 is a prime number. 14 is not. 15 is not. 16 is not. 17 is a prime number. And 19 is the last prime number because we have to see the prime numbers up to 20 only. Have you understood this? So this is the thing what you got. So now we have to represent it by using Venn diagram, right? So show that x and y using what? Venn diagram. So what I am going to do by Venn diagram. By Venn diagram, first of all, I will draw a rectangle. For what? Universal set. Is it right? Now I will focus on x. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now we have to check that any number is repeated with y. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. 11 is get repeated over here, right? It is 11 is a number which is common between this and this. Then again 13 is a number which is common between that and this. Is it right? So what I am going to do, I am going to draw this as a x. Is it right? And some common numbers are there. Common, one more concept we are going to study, intersect. That time you come to know why I have drawn like this. So you can draw these two oval shape. Here you can draw a circle and I'll give name as what? Y. So which are the common terms between x and y? So that is 11 and 13 we are going to take. Which number you are going to take? I'll just see, I'll repeat it once again. I'll draw it once again. See, they have given that once again, it is a universal set. I have taken universal set. Show x and y. Okay, they are not asked to put it together. They asked you to draw this separately and draw this separately. You do one thing. You draw a rectangle over here and you write by Venn diagram. In Venn diagram, you draw a oval shape. This is universal set. Which are the x over here? It is 8, 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? It is. They should be inside the bracket. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. And what about universal set? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it right? 8 is there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Means 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. This is the way you have to represent the x by a Venn diagram. Now you are going for the y. For the y, what I will do? By Venn diagram, you are going to draw a rectangle. Okay. And this figure, this one, you are going to represent like this one. Universal set is over here. Okay. Again, you draw a closed figure like circle or oval shape. You put that 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 18. 17 and 19, sorry, I made mistake. See, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. And which are the remaining one? That is 1. 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is not there, 5 is there, 6 is not there, 7 is there, 8 is not there, 9 is not there, 10 is not there, 11 is there, 12 is not there, 13 is there, 14, 15, 16, 17 is there, 18, 19 is there and 20. This is the way you have to represent the figure. Once again, what they have asked you, take the set of natural number from 1 to 20 as a universal set, and they asked to show that set A and Y, set X and Y using Venn diagram. So we are going to write this for this question. You are going to write the separate Venn diagram. So for that you are going to write universal set, X is there, and first of all you write the universal set, and inside that you are going to make a closed figure. You represent all these things. We have represented by roster form. All these values you have to write 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and remaining of that universal set you have to write around that oval shape. Here, inside the rectangle. Here also again y is there, and you are going to take a rectangle as a universal set. You first write down the y inside the that oval shape figure, closed figure, and then you are going to write the remaining values of universal set. This is the way you have to represent by Venn diagram. This is the third question they have given. Universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And P is a set of 1, 3, 7 and 10. Okay. Now this question is simple and interesting. Fantastic question is. इसका पहला क्वेश्चन किया था वैसे ही यहाँ करना है. They are given universal set as what? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. What it is? This is the universal set. And P is the set of elements 1, 3, 7 and 10. First of all, they are asked to show that universal set P and P complement. So first of all, we'll find out P complement. Do you know how to find out the P complement? The element which are there in universal set but not in P. So 1 is there, 2 is not there, like 2, 3 is there, 7 is there, 8, 9, 10 I not write, 11 and 12. This we have to represent by Venn diagram. So what I will do, I will write by Venn diagram. So again, universal set is represented by what? Rectangle. Draw with a pencil properly, and you are going to write P. Okay, so this will be P. Okay, so P, which are the elements of P? 1, 3, 7 and 10. Which are there in P complement? 2, 8, 9, 11 and 12. This is actually A, this is A complement, and this is the universal set. This way we have to represent by Venn diagram. But if you see the question number 2, we have to verify, we have to give the proper answer. See the question what they have given to you. Variant complement is equal to P. अब ये प्रॉब्लम है कि we have to prove that P complement का complement is what? P. तो complement वर्ड आता है तब हमें सबसे पहले तो यूनिवर्सल सेट को चेक करना पड़ता है. What is the universal set? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. These are the universal set. What is P? P they have given. P is 1, 3, 7 and 10. So with help of this P, we can easily find out P complement. So how to calculate P complement? So 1 is common, 2 is not there, then 3 is there, 7 is there, 8 is not there, 9 is not there, 10 is there, 11 and 12. ये हो गया आपका P complement. अब हमें P complement का complement निकालना है. What to calculate? P complement का complement. P complement का complement. The complement of what? P complement. So P complement of P complement is this. You have to compare with what? Universal set. Now this we have to compare with universal set. 2 is there, means what is not there? 1. 8 is there, means 2 is there. So 2 I will not take. 3 I have to take. then 3 के बाद 7 you have to take. Is it right? 8 is there, 9 is there, 10 is not there, 11 is there, and 12 is there. Now you compare set P and P complement of P complement. So what I can write then? Set P and set P complement contain same element. Both are having what? Same element. Therefore, what I can write then? P complement of P is equal to P. They are equal set. That I will write P complement of the complement of what? P complement is what? P. See once again, this is actually what we have to verify? P complement of P complement is P. So first of all, we have to calculate what? Universal set. Then P they have given that you have to write. And first of all, I want P complement. How to calculate P complement? जो एलिमेंट्स यूनिवर्सल सेट में है और P में नहीं है, ऐसे एलिमेंट्स लिखने हैं. तो you got 2, 8, 9, 11 and 12. Now इसका complement निकालना है. P complement. Again you have to compare with what? Universal set. जो एलिमेंट यूनिवर्सल सेट में है बट इसमें नहीं है, दैट इज P complement का. दैट इज 1, 3, 7 and 10. But here also 1, 3, 7 and 10. Here also 1, 3, 7 and 10. Is these two are equal sets. So set P and set P complement of P complement contain what? Same element. So complement of P complement is equal to what? P is the answer. Study it properly. Pause the video and copy down. This is a question they have given that A is a set of 1, 3, 2, 7. Then write any 3 subsets of A. We have to write any 3 subsets of set A. Write this. I can change the question. I can ask that write any 10 subsets of question A. But how you have to write, just tell me. I'll tell you. Solution. A is a set of 1, 3, 2 and 7. Right? It is. We give some reasons. Initially we consider that part. First, now we'll take 3 subsets of set A. So first answer you are going to write A is subset of A. Reason is what? Every set is subset of itself. Every set is a subset of itself. Then I told you that this, what is that? Null set is subset of every set. दो तो हो गया आपका. Then third, I can write element which the set which contain only one is a subset of A. ये आपका टेक्स्ट बुक का क्वेश्चन खत्म हो गया. 3 subsets of A. But I told you that 10 लिखो तो क्या करेंगे then? An element which contain 3 is a subset of A. Elements, the set which contain 2 is also subset of A. Then the set which contains 7 is also subset of A. Correct now? It is 4, this one is 5, this one is 6, 7. See, I can write 1 and 3 जिस elements में है, they are also subset of what? A. Then 8th one, we can write 2 and 3. The element which contain 2 and 3 is also subset of what? A. 9th one, the element which contain what? 2 and 7 is also what? Subset of A. Now I can take 10th one is element which contain 1, 3 and 2 is also subset of A. 11th I can write. So 2 more I can write, okay. And the set which contain 3, 2 and 7 is also subset of A. We can write 12th one, the set which contains 1, 2 and 7 is also subset of A. So how much I have written? 12 subsets. So you have to write only 3, but you can write. That's what I have given. Covered down on the things. Fifth question now. Fifth ka first part. Write the subset relation between the following set. They are given. P is the set of resident in Pune. I think that all of you know that Pune is one of the famous city in Maharashtra. M is the set of all resident in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is a state which is our neighboring state of Maharashtra. B is, actually they have given I first, but by mistake I have written B first. B is a set of resident in India. I is a set of resident in Indore. Indore is again one of the famous city of Madhya Pradesh state. And H is the set of resident in Maharashtra. So what they have asked you, write the subset relation of following sets. So what I can write then, you can write the as a solution. We have to write the all subset relation. First we'll start with this. What do you think that P is the set of resident in Pune, H is the state of resident in Maharashtra, but Pune is the city of Maharashtra, means P is a subset of H. That is the first answer. See, P is the set of residents in Pune, and H is the set of residents in Maharashtra. Is it right? So, therefore, P is also a resident in Maharashtra. Is it right now? As it is a part of Pune is a part of Maharashtra, matlab all residents of Pune are resident in Maharashtra. Therefore, what I can get first subset relation is P is a subset of H. Again, I will consider P only. So, P का subset relation के साथ मध्य प्रदेश नहीं रहेगा. P is not a part of Madhya Pradesh, but P is a part of India. So, what I can write? Second one is P is the set of resident in Pune. Is it right? And B is the set of residents in India. But I can say that P is also a resident in India. Have you understood this? So what is the subset relation? P is subset of B. Got it now? So we come to now this all, I think this is a subset. It's not a subset of M. P is subset of B, but P is not subset of Indore. कोई relation नहीं उनके साथ. And P is subset of H that we have already completed. Now we go for this. M. Third question is M is the set of residents in Madhya Pradesh. M. But is it a part of India? Definitely. So what you going to write? B is the set of residents in India. So M is also set of residents in India. Therefore, what I can write then, M is subset of B. So we have written the subset relation for P, subset relation for M. Have you understood the concept properly? See it once again and actually write down all three subset relations. Now we have to see, we have completed with A, we have completed with M, B is there. B is the set of resident in India. So that we cannot take it as, because the सबसे बड़ा set है. But what you can see, I, so I will go for that. What is that? Fourth relation. I is the set of residents in Indore. Is it right? But Indore, I told it is one of the famous city of Madhya Pradesh. So what I can write then? M is the set of residents in Madhya Pradesh. But I is also resident in Madhya Pradesh. Therefore, I can say that I is subset of M. Have you understood this? Now, but again, this Indore is a part of India. So, fifth relation is I is the set of residents in Indore, and B is the set of residents in India. But I is the set, I is also residents in India. Therefore, I is a subset of B. This is the subset relation what they have given to you. I think you understood it properly. Comment on it. Okay. In second part of this question, I told you that this is the subset relation. One more question they have asked, the second question, which set of above examples can be chosen as a universal set? तुम्हें कौन सा लग रहा है कि इस कंडीशंस में ये जो एग्जांपल्स दिए उसको हम लोग यूनिवर्सल सेट बना रहे हैं? You got the answer because I had already given the explanation of it. But I will write it from above example. I can say that P is subset of B, M is a subset of B, I is subset of B, H is also subset of B. So for given condition, all sets or condition sets P, M, I and H are subsets of B, that is residence set of residents in India. Therefore, what I can say that B is a universal set. So set B is the universal set for given condition. This you have to write and finish it. So we have completed with the fifth question. Two more questions are there with practice set 1.3, but that will continue in part 6. Today we will stop here early.